Well, Twitter, yeah.
Me in my house is downtime. The phone is in the office. I'm not going back to get it until the morning.
It's a disaster. I mean, I think that it depends on the method of the distribution. So I think if you're talking about YouTube, for example, that's just a place where people are basically viewing content. It's really, like, in the comment section, maybe you get a little bit of conversation, but not really. That's not what it's for. But Twitter is really bad. I mean, Twitter is a toxic place because it's the attitude, meaning it's a place to dunk and be dunked upon, right? It is not a place where you're going to get a long argument about nuance. Right. That's not what it's for. I mean, it's deliberately created for short attention spans.
I have pulled back from Twitter almost entirely in the last 4 months.
I think that it is dangerous to have that, kind of like negative internet culture, and it isn't all, but I think it's dangerous, especially when you're someone that's having to create things.
Yeah. I follow you on social media, even though you don't really post things on social media. Twitter, I think the last time you posted something was 2012 or something.
Twitter is a bathroom wall.
I totally agree. It is.
Why would I write all my thoughts on the bathroom wall?
Like if I just pointed to 50 people in the audience randomly and asked for an opinion about something, I'd kind of get a good sample of what the audience thought. But if I said, okay, who had an absolutely dreadful morning and is just as bitchy as can possibly be imagined? Okay, so why don't all you people stand up, okay? And then I'll ask the most miserable of you for your opinion. That's kind of what Twitter's like.
I mean, it's deliberately created for short attention spans in now less than 280 characters. I don't have the ability to have a substantive discussion about the solutions to climate change with you in 280 characters. Instead, it's much easier, and then tweets that get all the retweets, the incentive system is structured so that the funnier you are, which very often coincides with the nastier you are, the more likes and retweets you get. And so the people who are most successful on Twitter, myself included, are people who spend long hours dunking on people.
It does affect your mood, and it, for me, definitely affects when I'm creating things, and I'm in the middle of recording a second album, and I really don't want to have like some angry, aggressive distraction album.
I think what people...
Every time I come in the studio, I'm like, I just feel like I want to punch everyone in the face.
And
those are the only songs I'm able to write.
Phone is the gift and the curse. I think that we shot out the gate and saw the gift. Oh my God, it's community, it's connecting us. We're able to share, we're able to meet new people, we're able to stay in communication with old people, find new people. As an entertainer, I can engage with my fans, and this is so dope. And then after that, you get hit with the curse. And the curse is there's a high level of negativity that's out there that's on that shit. There's a lot of people that are, not happy or going through things, and they interject a certain amount of negativity and hatred through these devices.
So it's a form of pseudo-information. It's like you're communicating with people, and you respond to it like you're communicating with people because, well, you're accustomed to communicating with people, and so that's how you respond. But you don't know what the hell's going on with the person who's commenting. You don't know if they are even real, if they're hiding behind some false pseudonym, or if they're trolling, or like I said, if they just had an absolutely miserable day and need to, throw a dart at someone to alleviate some of their stress. And that's a problem with social media in general, all these new communication technologies that we've evolved. We really have no idea what they're doing to us. I mean, they're really, really hard on young women in particular.
You have to get out of this cycle, and I just was like, you know what, I'm way too deep in this cycle of negative things that I don't want to be out of I just have to remove myself from it because I cannot do that.
God, if I had to write a book about the stupid things I did when I was a teenager, it'd be a very thick book. And it'd be a worse book if there were photographs accompanying it. But I had this advantage that young people today don't have, which was, when my day of stupidity was over, I could go home and it was not there. You know, like it wasn't on Twitter, it wasn't on Facebook. There wasn't 20 of my friends communicating to me about, you know, what foolish thing I did at the party the night before. And young people now, they're just followed by paparazzi, essentially.
So when you're just consumed on that shit all day, you start to see yourself being a part of the negative shit.
Yeah.
So what I've learned to do is go, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that shit. I don't pay that any mind.